Hi YouTube, this is trying to conceive after a loss. Um, I'm coming to you with a little update of my first prenatal visit. First, I would like to say thank you to all my subscribers and all my new ones and my ones that have stayed subscribed to me. I also would like to clarify um, the long wait for the winners of the giveaway. And the reason why the long wait is because the giveaway winners I will announce, but the gifts, yeah, the gifts will be sent out on the 1st of February. And that's because the holiday season kind of pushed me back financially a little bit, so I did not, um, have the funds right now, but it does not mean that the winners will not receive, their giveaway. I just haven't announced it because I haven't been able to get on. There's been a lot going on the past couple days since my last video at 6 weeks. I think, yeah, it's been a week since my last video, just about. There's been a lot going on. First and foremost, again, um, with the giveaway video, I am getting it to the winner, and to the winners of the giveaway, their prizes will be sent out on the 1st of February. I promise. I'm sorry about the delay, and I'm so sorry about my financial issues that has pushed me a little further back with the giveaway. Now, okay, I am 6 weeks and 5 days. This is not going to be my 7-week vlog, and the reason why I'm not going to do a 7-week vlog is because 7 weeks and 6 days was my miscarriage of last time. My first miscarriage was 7 weeks and 6 days. So I am not going to do a 7-week update. I'm going to wait until I turn 8 weeks. Once I turn 8 weeks, it's a milestone to me that I passed. The last time I miscarried, I had passed that point. So you will not see a 7-week update. So I guess you could use this as a 7-week update. I'm sorry if you see me covering my mouth. My nausea is starting to kick in, and it's not it's not pleasant to feel. And I'm thinking about the chicken I had early this morning about 8 o'clock, how it just tasted so fake. It tasted like fake chicken, and oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta stop thinking about it because I feel nauseous, and I'm just tasting that chicken, and it's just not gonna go right. I gotta do this video. Well, today was my first prenatal appointment at 6 weeks and 5 days on Target. Okay, so what happened earlier this week was whenever, I know it's TMI, but whenever I have a bowel movement, I start spotting pink. So I've been really constipated, having really bad troubles with my bowels. Um, I don't know if I know that pregnancy can cause your bowels to slow down with the extra progesterone and my prenatal pills, but they don't have any stool softeners in them. I've tried apple juice. I've tried milk. Milk does work, especially with the metformin. It works together, but I just still get so bloated and so aggravated. It's hard to eat. I think out of all the eating that I thought I was doing, I only gained 2 pounds. But it's nonetheless 2 pounds better than, all the weight that I was losing. So, which really wasn't a bad thing from my doctor, but the whole fact being I should have started at least getting something. So, I was kind of worried, but I decided not to call the doctor right away because I figured since it goes away almost instantly after I finish the bowel movement that it probably not a problem. It never picked up, never progressed. Yes, my stomach hurt, but I didn't feel as though it was an impending miscarriage. So when I went to her today, that was the problem, that I stayed off my feet all weekend. I rested. I think I did bed rest. Sorry about my hair. I know I say that every time, but you just don't feel like doing anything when all you feel like doing is just sleeping. And so I stayed off my feet. It happened like a couple more times, so I kind of okay. Well, it's nothing to be concerned about because it's not preceded by bright red bleeding, which is not. It stops almost instantly, and I could go on a regular day. Now, after I had my oh, sorry, I can't. I'm going ahead of myself. So I did go to the doctor, and when I went in the back, I let the lady know my blood pressure was high, which I am taking my medicines. It was like, I think, 161 over 102. So yeah, it was pretty high, and I was like, look, I'm taking my medicines. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Maybe she needs to prescribe me an extra blood pressure pill. Now, there is an extra blood pressure pill I'm supposed to be taking, which is Procardia, but I lost it somehow, or it was stolen from out this house, but I really believe I lost it, and I can't get another refill until the next month. So apparently my Atenol is not working like it should, and I'm double the dose just about. So she referred me to a cardiologist for my blood pressure, and I go to that appointment on Friday. They do know that I am pregnant, so I'm going to a cardiologist for my blood pressure to help control it while I'm pregnant. But I mentioned to her about the spotting with bowel movements and everything, and she said just mention that to the doctor. She wrote it all down, so as soon as the doctor came in, she looked at me and she was like, spotting? I said, yeah, it's only spotting when I have a bowel movement. She was like, okay. She gave me some papers. She was like, okay, I'm going to get you a repeat HCG and progesterone level draw. And I want you to have another ultrasound for viability, because my first viability ultrasound was at 5 weeks and 6 days. It was so early that it shows a live pregnancy, but it's so early that it really can go either way. And she said, I want you to have one of those done, and I want to see you back in a week, and I want your glucose log tomorrow. I said, okay. So they had their own in-house blood lab, and I got my blood drawn there. So, as we all know, when I went to the hospital, the same day I had my first prenatal appointment, and not first prenatal appointment, but my pap smear, and I was confirmed the pregnancy, which led up to my prenatal appointment today. My HCG was drawn at the hospital at 9:14 that same day. So from her levels, my A1C had went down 1 point. It was 6.1, now it's 6.0. From her levels, she was at 863.7, and I went to her, I think that morning. That morning? No, it was that afternoon. No, that morning, like 11:45. So around about 6 o'clock, I think, that night. It was sometime. I went to her, yeah, 6 or something that night. My HCG was at 9:14. So it had risen within a matter of hours. It had risen. I think it was 50 or 60 points. So it went from, she had 863.7, I'm sorry, and the hospital had 914. So it was rising. Obviously, I know it's not double, but it happened in the same day. It's not going to be double. 2 days later, it probably did double. But just the fact of seeing it in a matter of hours, the HCG went up in a matter of hours. Okay, now my progesterone level, that is what I was really wanting, and according to the paper, my progesterone was 25, which is perfect for pregnancy, especially for maintaining a pregnancy. They would like to see you in between, anything above 20 is great for sustaining a pregnancy, but they would like to see you anywhere between 7 and I think 25 from what I read, somewhere in there, but I'm 25.3 as of right now. She checked it again, so I will have those results tomorrow, and if it's lower, I'm hoping that she will give me supplements to carry on until the 14th week. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I have got some progesterone pills here that I brought off online, not from overseas, from somebody that had left over from their failed IVF cycle, or our UI cycle. I'm not for sure. And they came here today, but I didn't have the money in order to pay for the COD, so they'll be back tomorrow. And I got 58 pills of 100 milligrams. I will be getting those, and I'll be taking one a day until I find out. But really, I may just wait until after I find out what my progesterone level is now, because if it was 25.3 then, 0.03 then, and if it's still the same or higher, then I'm not going to worry about it, because that's a pretty good level. Okay, now this is the report from the ultrasound, and the report shows clinical history to evaluate viability. It says fetal ultrasound is performed with transvaginal scanning, and with transvaginal scanning the uterus measures blah blah blah, and I have a 1.9 centimeter corpus luteal cyst. Basically, the cyst you have in the luteal phase, if it provides progesterone throughout the first trimester of your pregnancy, and it dies once your placenta takes over. So I do have a corpus luteal cyst or whatever, and I have a tiny amount of fluid around the left ovary, which will explain the little bit of pain, the pains that I've been getting on my side. I just thought that maybe it was just my uterus expanding, because I have my uterus is tilted backwards, so I figured that's maybe my uterus starting to tilt forward, which the technician that I talked to today said that my uterus is starting to come forward. Anyway, it says there is a single line intrauterine pregnancy. The gestational sac and amniotic fluids are normal. The fetus has a crown to rump length of 3 millimeters, corresponding to 5 weeks and 6 days. This predicts the estimated due date of August 28, 2014. Cardiac activity was at 93 to 101 beats per minute. A yolk sac is present. The placenta and fetal anatomy are too early to evaluate. It says basically a single line in a uterine pregnancy of 5 weeks and 6 days, plus or minus 3 days. So that was from my first ultrasound, which this is the picture from that, which I showed you last time. Yeah, you see how small the baby is. Well, when I told her about the spotting after my blood draw, she sent me straight for a stat ultrasound to do another viability scan to make sure the baby has grown and the heart rate is stronger. Now this viability scan, because it was done after, I think it's so close to 7 weeks, as I was 6 weeks 5 days exactly. That's exactly how far along I am according to all my calculators and everything. It should be my viability scan. I shouldn't need any more. I was worried that maybe the baby hasn't grown. I didn't know what was going on. It was just all so sudden. So the technician was really nice. She let me see the whole process. Soon as she put the probe on my stomach for the trans-abdominal ultrasound, immediately seen the gestational sac, which was pretty huge to me, maybe because it was magnified. And then I seen this little circle, not circle, this little bean in the middle. I said, oh, there's a little white speck in the middle. You can clearly see the baby. And she was like, yeah, we'll be, examining more about that as soon as we do the transvaginal ultrasound. So, and I asked her, I said, can I get some pictures? And she said, we can give you pictures if we get a good look at the baby. So, they did the transvaginal. I was able to see the baby. I was able to see the heartbeat. It was going so fast. She measured the heartbeat for me, even though I couldn't hear it, and I asked her why, and she said usually the doctor's office would do that, not anything that they would do. So I asked her what was the heart rate, and she said 132, which a range for 6 weeks is 6 weeks, well, I'm close to 7 weeks. I think it's in the 130s. I think it's 120 or above. Yep, 120 or above. So the baby's heart rate is healthy, it's normal, and there's a little big bugger is in between of these arrows is exactly the baby. I have some weird looking uterus pictures, but in between the arrow is the baby. There you go. Let me see. There you go. Maybe you can see it better. Let me see. It's this light is so bright. There you go. The baby is right there. In between these two arrows. And the baby has grown. So hopefully you can see, there you go. The baby is right there. So from this little thing right here, that was starting off with, hey, this fan gotta go, to this, a matter of almost a week does wonders. So I am ecstatic, I'm excited, everything turns out to be nice. It was beautiful seeing the baby once more. I still can't believe that there's a baby inside of me, and even more that I've seen it, and the heartbeat, and knowing that it's growing right on target. It is dead smack on target. It's just so amazing. I still cannot get it out my head. Just laying there and seeing, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's something in my uterus. It's amazing. I can't even explain the feeling. I can't. As much as I want to try, I really can't explain the feeling of the. It's just out of this world, and I was so worried. And the one thing I thought, well, maybe if the heart rate wasn't strong enough, or maybe the baby didn't grow, or maybe just all the maybes. And as soon as the probe hit my stomach, all those maybes went out the window when I seen the gestational sac and the baby. And the gestational sac is pretty damn big. It may not look like it because from where the baby is attached to on the side, I guess it's attached on my side from where I'm looking at. I don't know where it really is implanted at, but the gestational sac on the when they do the one on your stomach, it was huge. So everything fluid, gestational sac, heartbeat, baby. My next appointment is next week. The doctor got the results right when I was leaving, because she had stat, and then she had to call the results. So the doctor got them, so she knows that the baby's on target, the baby's on track. So I guess now will be to get my HCG levels back. I really want to know how high those are. So hopefully I'll get that tomorrow when I go in to give her my glucose log from when I've been taking my sugars. Oh, this is already an 18-minute video. So, symptoms, sleepiness, aggravation, chocolate cravings. I woke up because I had a dream about M&M's with peanuts. Got me about 3-pound bag. I got ice cream. I wanted chicken, but the chicken, let's not talk about that, because that makes me want to just hurl. Oh, never again. But I'm having a lot of intestinal problems with this pregnancy, and it's like right now I haven't ate since 8 o'clock this morning, if not earlier, and I feel full, like I just stuffed myself with a whole bunch of food and I haven't ate anything. I took Tums. I'm on Tums, Pepcid, and Zantac. So I'm on like 3 antacids, and I need to buy me some Maalox. So, I'm trying to get through that. Nausea is starting to kick in. Seems like it's maybe full force by 7 weeks, which is weird because usually I have it earlier on, and I know every pregnancy is different. So this is my update from my prenatal appointment today, plus my ultrasound. Now I have another appointment tomorrow with a different OB, because like I said, I don't know which OB I'm going to stick with. But alright then, I will talk to y'all later, ladies. Bye.